Stampers, this is Dawn from DawnStampingThoughts.net, and today we're going to color this mini egg carton. Isn't it cute? This one is using the Melon Mambo refill, and let me show you the inside. There's some candy inside of mine. Cute. So we're going to color one that's Bermuda Bay today, and I'm going to also show you how to add the doilies and then color the ribbon as well. Alright, so let's go ahead and get started. Okay, so we're going to be using the spritzers today. There's 2 in a pack. And what I did is I'm going to fill my barrel up with rubbing alcohol. Looks like this. And I filled it pretty much all the way up to the top because you're only going to use a few drops of your re-inker. Oh my gosh, look at my fingers. So the re-inker I used, I think it was 16 drops of the Melon Mambo on this one right here. So I went ahead and did the same thing. I added 16 drops of the Bermuda Bay into the rubbing alcohol. And I have my spritzer ready to go. And when I made the Melon Mambo one, it pretty much takes the whole barrel of the rubbing alcohol. But the refill and the rubbing alcohol is very inexpensive, so you can make a lot. And the mini cartons, they come 8 to a pack. All right. So next you're going to want to cover your workspace. So let me go ahead and do that. Okay, so I had a lot of grid paper for when my local girls come over and they use the grid paper. So I just keep it and reuse it in my office. And in this case, we're going to reuse it. Oh my gosh, it's so pretty. So we're just going to cover all the area of your workspace. And of course, if you don't want inky fingers, put gloves on too. Okay, so we're going to grab our egg carton and our spritzer. And one thing I also noticed is that you want to kind of spray it upright. And the sprayer is not really hard, but my finger hits the sprayer when it sprays out, so it makes it wet. So it makes it really slippery for me to keep spraying it. So I'm going to spray it a little bit different. But just know that you don't have to do it like this. So I'm going to spray it. Let me see here. I'm going to spray it this way first. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm just going to hold it in my hand. I'm just going to press down on this so my nail's not hitting the spray nozzle. And then also make sure that's going the right way, the spray nozzle. Okay, so then we're just going to shake up the re-inker and the alcohol. And then we're just going to go ahead and start spritzing the whole carton. Okay, so let me get that little bit right here. Okay, so I think that's pretty much covered. Now you're going to let this set to dry. And using the rubbing alcohol, it doesn't take long to dry. But you could also use water, and that might take a little bit longer. You might want to let that dry overnight with the water. Okay, so that's it. Isn't it beautiful? Okay, so we're just going to set that aside for a second. Let me clean up here. Okay, I'm going to bring this one in because I'm going to show you what I did on this one. So to color the ribbon to match, what I did is I took some organza ribbon. I just have a piece of it here, but this is what it looks like. And it is retiring. Oh my gosh, I have loved this ribbon forever. And I think what I loved about it so much is that you could color it, just like what we're going to do right now. But it's so shimmery and so pretty. So this is on the retirement list. It's not going to be available again in the next catalog, which starts June 1st. So what I did is I'm going to color it. Now there's 2 different ways. You could also just spritz it. Since we have our spritzer, we could just go ahead and spritz the ribbon, both sides. But I'm going to show you what I did for this one. And then I also made a Wisteria Wonder color. Isn't that pretty? All right, so I'm going to take my sponge dauber. I found that you just take your dabber and you just drag it across the ribbon. that works the best for me. And then of course you want to flip it over and do the other side. You tie in a bow, you want it to be on both sides. Okay, isn't that pretty? And then it matches the egg carton. Beautiful. All right, so I went ahead already and did one and colored it and tied it. And then let me show you what I did for the little greeting on here. So first I went ahead and punched out the scallop circle with the Whisper White, and that was with the circle framelits. And then I used the lace doilies, and I took 2, but I already have one on there, and they're Berry Vanilla on this side and Whisper White on this side. So what you're going to do is you're just going to cut this in half. Let me move this out of the way. And then you're just going to put adhesive on the back. And then you're just going to put the Whisper White side facing out. And you're just going to add the edge to your little Easter greeting there. Isn't that cute? Oh my gosh. So then this is going to go on here. Now of course this is still a little wet, so I'm just going to wait. But we're going to put that on there and then just put the little bow up at the top. And then all the bunnies and the greeting, I used the Basket Bunch. And this is in the Occasions catalog, and it is retiring. And it also has a matching framelit, which is the Basket Builder framelits. And when you purchase them together, you'll save 10%. All right, so that's pretty much how you color your little mini egg cartons. Aren't they cute? Okay, so this one is holding the candy inside right there. Holds quite a bit of candy. And these aren't just for Easter, remember. You can give these for Mother's Day, any kind of occasion, birthdays. And then also a little lip balm. Let me put it in here. Will fit too, just like for the egg. How cute. Okay, so that's how you color the mini egg cartons. Okay, so I'll have all the products listed below this video if you want to go ahead and check all that out. And then don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel so you don't miss any future videos. Okay, thanks for stopping by. We'll see you later. Bye.